Wait lang, ayusin natin yung ano po ito. Ayan. Okay. Sige. So dito po, no, ituloy natin yung discussion natin for remedial law pre-week, no. So for this part, no, nung lectures natin, uubusin na natin yung civil procedure topics na gusto ko pa sanang i-reiterate, no. Nakalagay naman na po ito lahat sa pre-week reviewers natin. Lahat ng materials, no, lahat naman ng tinatakil dito, yung topic na yan, natakil na rin. Nandun na rin sa reviewer. Kaya lang, ang gagawin po natin dito, we will discuss this, we will break this down from a different angle, from a different perspective. Like kung mapapansin nyo po, yung mga previous discussions natin, puro ganito, comparison, di ba? Distinction. We will do this again and again sa remedial law, sa labor law, and the other subjects. So dito po naman po tayo sa non-joinder of indispensable or necessary party. Yung meaning po ng indispensable party at saka ng necessary party, nasa reviewer na yan. So you just have to read that properly. Okay? Hindi na po yun ang itatakil ko. Ang itatakil ko dito, ano ba effects if hindi po na-include, hindi na-include yung necessary party, hindi na-include yung indispensable party. I want to tackle the deeper principles sa non-joinder of parties. Okay? So ito, no, sa indispensable, if an indispensable party was not impleaded in the action, what will happen? Di ba? On motion of either party or on initiative, on instance ng court, no? The court will issue an order for the inclusion of this party, the indispensable party, in the complaint, whether as a plaintiff or as a defendant. Okay. O ngayon, attorney, paano pag hindi sinunod? Nagkaroon po ng order, hindi niya sinunod nung plaintiff in this case. What will happen? Ito po ang resulta. Kaya ito ni gusto kong itakil kasi correlations na to eh. No? Correlation na to ng multiple rules. So yan po, no? Sabihin natin, pag hindi ka nag-implead ng indispensable party, ang remedy dyan is not to dismiss the case, no? Nalagyan natin dito, no? Not a ground to dismiss. Basic yan, no? Kaya pala hindi ko na sinulat initially. Di ba? Hindi po dismissal ang remedy. Ang remedy kapag hindi ka nag-implead ng indispensable party is you file a motion or kahit nga on initiative ng korte, mag-i-issue po ng order to implead this indispensable party. O ngayon, attorney, paano pag hindi sinunod nung plaintiff despite the issuance of this order by the court? I-apply po natin yung Rule 17. Ano po yan? Section 3. Dismissal due to the fault of the plaintiff. Ano yung fault niya? Failure to comply with an order of the court. Hindi mo kinumply, not followed. So what's the possible effect? In this case, pag tinanong kayo sa bar, dismissal with prejudice to actually. Basically, parang punishment yan. Inutusan tayo ng court, hindi mo sinunod. Dismissal with prejudice. Okay? Dito naman tayo sa kabilang side, no? Sa necessary party naman tayo. So, attorney, paano pag hindi nag-implead ng necessary party? Alam naman natin, ang usual example po ng necessary party is a joint debtor. No? Necessary party kasi even if hindi siya implead, no? Even if the joint debtor was not impleaded in the action, no? There can be a final determination of the case with respect to the joint debtor that was actually impleaded. Kasi sa joint obligation po, 'di ba, sa joint debt. Kung isa lang yung joint debtor na inilagay diyan, edi i-settle lang natin yung issue with respect to that joint debtor. 'Di ba? So, yung sa other joint debtor, edi for another time. 'Di ba? Ganon, no? Kasi iba naman po yung share ni joint debtor A at yung share ni joint debtor B. They are different shares. Anyway, no, nag-tangent na ako, no. So, yun. This is an instance of this is an instance where there is or are necessary party or parties. Ayun, no? So you get the point, joint debtors. So sabihin natin, isang joint debtor lang nilagay. Yung isa hindi inilagay. Ano mangyayari? The court uh, will ito. Ayun pala, nakalimutan ko, if the necessary party was not impleaded, the plaintiff must set forth his name. Di ba? Must set forth his name and the reason why. Di pala dapat, wag palang explain. Reason why. No? Reason why he was not impleaded. Itong details itong joint debtor nito. Okay? If the reason was unmeritorious, the court will order for the inclusion of this necessary party. Okay? And paano po, attorney, pag hindi finalo yung order ng court to implead the necessary party? What is the effect? Hindi po dismissal, tandaan nyo hindi po dismissal. Yan pong dismissal with prejudice pag hindi finalo sa indispensable parties yan. The necessary party po, as stated in Rule 3, ang mangyayari po, magkakaroon lang ng waiver of claim against the joint debtor that was not impleaded o who was not impleaded. Yung pong joint debtor na inimplead, tuloy ang kaso. The case will proceed against him or it, no? Kung juridical person yan. Okay? Tandaan niyo yan, yun ang pagkakaiba ng dalawang pagkakaiba ng necessary party at saka indispensable party. Aside po sa pagkakaiba ng definition nila, yung pagiging nature ng party na yan. Okay? Aside from that, ito po yung isang pagkakaiba. Okay? Una, ang pagkakaiba is ito. Paano ba? Yung instance, no? Kung paano mai-implead yung necessary party or indispensable party. Nakalagay po sa indispensable party, yung mga on motion, on instance of the court. Sa necessary party po, isi-set forth dapat no sa allegations no nung complaint yung details ng necessary party and the plaintiff must state the reason why this person was not impleaded. And later on, if the court determines that this is an unmeritorious reason, mag-order po ang court. No? Ito pala dapat, ba't ba yun tinuturo ko? Ito. The court will order the inclusion of this necessary party. If hindi po finalo yan, ito po another distinction, hindi po dismissal lang case ang magiging consequence. Ang consequence po is waiver of, ayan. Diba? Ayan, waiver of claim. Okay? Next, no? Paano po ngayon, kapag nagkaroon ng decision, hindi na-implead yung indispensable party at saka necessary party. Dapat pala dito, may decision. Ayan, may decision. Tapos na yung kaso, basically. Hindi na-implead, walang order yung court to implead this person. Wala talaga, no? Basically, nagtuloy ang kaso, natapos ang kaso, hindi talaga na-i-include yung tao na to. No, yung indispensable party or necessary party. What are the consequences? Sa indispensable party po, the judgment is void. Diba? So dahil po void yung judgment, no? Sabihin natin, inappeal yung kaso to the Court of Appeals. Ang sasabihin po dyan, the judgment is void. And then the case will be remanded. Diba? To the trial court, to the lower court, diba? For further proceedings. Huwag yung sasabihin, void judgment and the case will be dismissed. Wrong. Sa indispensable party, kung nagkaroon ng judgment without this indispensable party, on appeal, ano po ang gagawin? Siyempre, i-allege mo yun sa, sa brief mo, di ba? Na hindi po nag-implead ng indispensable party and so on. Sabi ng Court of Appeals, yes, tama ka. May indispensable party na hindi na isali. What are the consequences? The judgment will be declared void and i-remand natin ang kaso to the lower court for further proceedings. Hindi po dismissal lang kaso. At again, no, hindi nga po siya ground to dismiss. Nakalagay naman niya sa Rule 3. No. Attorney, paano naman kapag ano? Kapag ito po after judgment, di ba? After judgment, sinabi ko sa inyo. O attorney, paano pag before judgment? Eh, di dito tayo. Di ba? Motion on instance, ito yun, no? Before judgment to. Motion on instance, no, it's not a ground to dismiss. Di ba? Mag-order ang court to implead this indispensable party. Kung hindi po sinunod, not followed, pwedeng ma-dismiss with prejudice under Rule 17 yung kaso. Pag after judgment, ito po, void yung judgment and remand the case for further proceedings sa lower court. O attorney, paano na naman sa necessary party? Nagkaroon ng judgment. So after judgment, what will happen? Hindi po void yung judgment. The judgment is not void. And hindi po i-remand yung kaso to the lower court. Ito yung bago kong info na banggitin sa inyo na hindi ko rin ata nasabi to last time sa mga enrollees natin. Hindi ko to nasabi nun sa review. No? Hindi ko rin to nailagay sa ano. Well, ito added talagang nasabi ko. No? Hindi rin to nasa pre-week reviewer. Okay, so napakasimple. Kapag may judgment, at hindi ka nag-include ng necessary party, ano remedy mga kapatid? E di, magpa-file lang po ng another case against that other necessary party, yung plaintiff. Wala pong void judgment. The judgment is valid as to the necessary party who was impleaded. Whether panalo man o talo yan. Kasi necessary party, di ba? Ought to be joined lang naman. Necessary party are parties who are not indispensable but ought to be joined in Tagalog. Ano ba? Wag ka lang, simpleng ko na lang. Ang nasa isip ko kasi magandang isali. Pag sinabi mong ought to be joined, para sa akin, maganda siyang isali na rin. Okay, yun, no? Bakit siya magandang isali? So that there will be complete determination of the case or complete relief can be accorded to the parties. 'Di ba? Again, completeness siya, no? Pwedeng partial. Hindi po wala pong problema kung partial pa lang ng buong issue masosolve. Kasi isang joint debtor lang yung o isang necessary party lang yung na-implead. No problem, guys. 'Di ba? O then later on, isolve natin yung kalahating portion. O ito, first portion muna tayo. Next time, second portion. Sa indispensable party, hindi pwede yun. Kasi without him, there can be no final determination of the case. Nothing talaga at all. No? It's either include him or you don't include him. No? Make or break pag nilagay mo siya o hindi. Sa necessary party, hindi. Hindi ganun. O di mo ba siya na-include, okay lang. Later on na lang natin ipa-file yung kaso. So, pag nagkaroon po ng judgment, that judgment with respect to one necessary party, that is a valid judgment. Okay? And nothing will be nothing will be remanded. Remanded. Wala na ako space dito. Kaya na, of course, hindi rin siya ground to dismiss. No? Pag before, ito nga yung pag before. Ito yung before judgment. Eh. Wala naman din ground to dismiss nung nakasulat dyan, di ba? Anyway, ba't ba nilagay ko pa doon yung ground to dismiss? So, basically, dito sa taas yan. Not a ground to dismiss. Not dismiss. Not dismiss. Yan. Okay? We're good. Sige, tandaan nyo yan ha. Pag makalituhin kayo, sabihin natin joint debtor, ulitin ko to. Nagkaroon ng judgment. Hindi na-include yung lahat ng mga may utang. Walang problema. That's just another case for another time. But the judgment is valid as to those who were impleaded. Okay? Sige. We're good there. I need the issue. Next tayo. Judgment on the pleadings at saka summary judgment, no? Ito, no, nakita ko to, my memory serves me right. Mahirap yung tanong to nung 2019 bar. Mahirap kasi i-differentiate kailan ba JP, no, judgment on the pleadings, at kailan ba SJ, summary judgment, no? I need to reiterate this sa mga nag-enroll, no? Sa online discussions natin, online lectures. And doon sa, ano, no, first time ako makirinig ngayon sa pre-week, I need to explain this simply sa inyo. How do we determine if summary judgment is the proper remedy or judgment on the pleadings, no? Ituturo ko din sa inyo, ano, similarities. Differences, similarities. Okay. Sige. Siguro maganda kung black lang talaga gamitin ang ink.